Okay. And welcome everyone to Oswald Field. I'm Jasmine Pankratz alongside Alec Byrne.
Of course.
Burris.
And it is just me and Jasmine in the booth today, as Rusty couldn't be here.
Well, it's not just us. Ryan's here.
Ryan
And Malachi.
Ryan. Ryan's up here. Malachi's doing the names.
But us on air.
Announcing.
Yeah, Rusty will be here for the second game, but right now he is preparing for the lunch for tomorrow. Grilling
the rib
some
off.
Ribs. Or smoking them. I don't know. What's the difference? He's doing something.
I don't know what the difference is.
I don't know
it's
either.
going to taste good, as that pitch is low. John Law on the mound for the Larks, playing Bethany College.
JV.
And Law has pitched well this year, just hasn't gotten the run support that he needs.
You don't have stats, do you?
I do not.
I could probably find some. I don't think we have many viewers right now because we have a lot of parents here. But if you would like to text us, you can text 620-960-6573, or you can be in the live chat with me and Alec, and we'd like to know who you're watching, where you're watching from, questions, comments, feedback. Ask Alec any questions.
Of course, anybody, fans of the Larks, fans of the Swedes.
He's a genius. He has an answer for everything.
With one on, nobody out. There's Loreas, fouls that one off as we figured out how to pronounce his name. Alec Lorea, same name as me, from Red Oak, Texas. 1-2 count. And nice curveball dropped in there. 1 out.
Who was that?
Me, Papa.
Really?
See.
Am I going to meet your parents?
Of course, as Christian Correa steps in.
Okay. Kevin and May Gerald's in the live chat saying, watching KT, hi Jazz and Alec, go Larks. Thank you for tuning in.
Of course, KT's big day is right around the corner, as he's going to do that rib off. Lots of trash talk going back and forth.
I think I have to side with KT, though. Like, I'm one of the judges. I might be a little biased already.
As that ball just gets over Cooper Morgan's head in right field, and they're going to gun him out at second. Runner does advance to third on that. That's a great throw from right field. This brings up 2 down. With Mr. Austin Gordon, outfielder from Emporia, coming in.
And the Larks played Tuesday and they played yesterday.
Lost a tough one yesterday. Made a comeback in the...
The Cooper hit a home run.
He did. Cooper just shy of the cycle yesterday.
What does that mean?
I believe he was missing, I want to say maybe a triple. He had a single, double, home run.
It's called a cycle?
And it's called a cycle.
I've never heard that before. No! A what? Yeah.
It's the 1-0 pitch. This is low, down and away.
What did you say? I learned what an ace pitcher meant yesterday, so every day learn
Best
something.
pitcher on the staff.
Who's ours?
Honestly, I'd say it'd have to be John Law.
That's what I was thinking too.
So that ball's tapped to low. Platts at second, and that scoots over his head. As the Swedes will get on the board first. So 2 down, 1 on, runner on first. Brings up Blake Jelinas. Jelinas. Got it right.
That's what they told me, so.
From Green River, Wyoming. So he takes a breaking ball for a strike.
Heston softball also played Tuesday, Thursday, and they play right now. And they are playing KCK. I'll try and have live updates for that, but I'm not sure who's all there.
1-1 the count as John's working. And the pitch hits him. Just a bit inside on that one. Law guy will run it up there. 88, 89 miles an hour.
All right, May Gerald's asking if... Were you here for the last broadcast? Were you in the booth with us?
I think
so.
So.
May sent some fudge with KT and like a bunch of treats. Yeah, for the broadcasters.
Big time thank you.
And KT didn't give them to us until the other day. And no, he has not given us the rest of them. So... But he just sent Carissa to go get him some food. And he's getting me food too. Just putting it on his card. So I can make up for it.
Big thank you to Miss Gerald's as Kaylin was kind enough to share some of the fudge.
Yeah, it was really good.
Very good.
Did you have some?
I did. I had the honor of having some.
The honor.
Reminding me of home is the 1-0 pitch. It's going to be fouled off. So 1-1 the count to Cody Kingsley, Thornton, Colorado. John, a guy not afraid to go to his off speed anywhere in the count.
Speaking of KT.
So that one hits the black on the outside fastball. So 1-2. 2 on. Couple base runners for the Swedes. Kingsley looking to stay alive here. Breaking ball ties him up. So we will head to the bottom of the first.
Back after this.
At Heston College, I really think about the logo as being centered to who we are. It's a greater than sign. It's an arrow. It's taking people places. And it's taking students beyond their worldview, beyond their comfort zones. It's about helping students be greater than themselves through an environment that is focused on Christ.
There is something greater than anything the world has to offer. Money, fame, fortune. It's finding meaning to your life, to find a purpose for living.
I'm greater than thinking I can do this on my own.
I am greater than my fears.
I'm greater than bullying. I am greater than systems of oppression and confined ideas.
I'm greater than greed.
I am greater than being content with just a Sunday faith.
I'm greater than perfectionism.
So I'm greater than my former self.
The SN program offers hybrid courses scheduled to promote life balance and also offers a special RN to BSN tuition program. Heston College provides the education and personal attention expected of a top private school at a cost comparable to public institutions. 100% of students who applied for financial aid received aid.
After classroom and clinicals, the ultimate goal is passing the RN licensure exam and getting a job. 98% of Heston College's 1,600 graduates have achieved a RN licensure. Graduates are well respected in the healthcare industry with a great record of job placement. My employer loves hiring Heston graduates and recruits them every spring.
Yeah.
And we are back. The bottom of the first inning. Logan Dryden leading it off. Dryden, a high average guy, likes to bunt. And of course, he can slap it anywhere. First pitch to him. It's going to be in there for a strike, swing and a miss.
Kevin and May Gerald say, thank you for broadcasting for us to see at home. Thank you for watching.
Very kind people.
We wish everyone could come out, but...
As that pitch misses high and away. Of course, KT, one of those guys that really brings out the heart and soul of the team, as that ball is
of course
low and swung on and missed. So Dryden looking to stay alive, maybe foul off a few pitches and get on somehow here.
It's a little chilly today.
It is. It is
yesterday.
not windy,
Yesterday was
though.
beautiful.
Knock on wood, the wind has stayed away today. Logan gets back in the box. So that ball misses high. Logan, a guy not afraid to hit with 2 strikes. Of course.
Yesterday, following the baseball game, we had intramural volleyball in the CAC.
So that ball is lifted. It's gonna just reach out of the reach of first baseman. Took a long jog to go get that one. Of course, intramural volleyball. What were you saying?
Okay, so my team played Logan's in the second game, and he beat us in the last match. But he didn't do anything for it. So
now, was that the game he was in his full baseball gear playing?
No, that was on Tuesday. Or no, was that Tuesday? That was when you guys went to McPherson. He came straight back from McPherson and just started playing volleyball. Athletic dude.
Plus athlete, guys. That pitch is fouled off. So 1-0 Swedes, bottom of the first. Logan trying to get on. 2-2 count. Swing and a miss. It's a high fastball. Got him out on that one. Climb the ladder. Of course, Josh Stiver stepping in, one of the Larks' most reliable sticks.
Just broke his nose.
Just broke his nose. Funny story about that. The doctor, as that ball misses a high, he had to get stitches, but when he came back, not all of the stitches were removed, so he actually had to pull, I believe, one of the stitches out of his nose himself, as that ball is grounded to short. Thrown across. 2 down. And of course, gingers do not have a high pain tolerance, and he was telling me that was...
Is that a fact?
It is a fact.
I knew they were more prone to getting cold. That's a fact.
It is.
Well, that's what the internet says anyways.
As Cooper Morgan stepping in.
I believe everything. Of
course.
Yeah. I'm a prime journalist.
Of course. As Morgan takes that off-speed pitch in for ball 1. Morgan a D1 commit. Going to Savannah State next year.
As of this week.
As of this past week. So that ball's fouled off. Very durable player.
Durable. That's a good word. When you say durable, I think of batteries. Just saying.
That ball's fouled away. What's it called? Is it Duracell? Duracell, that's where you get it from.
Is that where I get it from?
Well, durable Duracell batteries.
Yeah, but I thought there's a commercial that just says, like, batteries. They're durable. I don't know.
We're having a good time up in the booth. We hope you all are having as good a time as we are.
Yeah, again. Text us.
Morgan's trying to stay alive here, 1 and 2.
Okay, Rusty just live chatted in. He said, I, along with Dr. Phil, will be there for game 2. Okay. Phil will be joining us.
Dr. Phil.
Phil's the guy who also commentates with us usually, the one from Iowa. Yeah. He played baseball here and yeah.
And Morgan's gonna watch that as we will head to the top of the second.
Back after this.
Earn your Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree at Heston College and become part of their 50-year tradition of outstanding nursing education. Located just 30 minutes north of Wichita, Heston College is a small, Christ-centered private college that provides state-of-the-art training for tomorrow's caregivers. The nursing program has maintained accreditation throughout its 50-year history, and 3 tracks offer you the BSN program you need to meet your goal, whether you are just starting out or building upon your previous education. The RN to BSN program offers hybrid courses scheduled to promote life balance and also offers a special RN to BSN tuition program.
Small class size allows Heston College faculty to get to know and genuinely care for each student. A rigorous, holistic nursing curriculum provides practical hands-on experience in our active simulation lab. You will also gain real-world caregiving experience ranging from neonatal to geriatric and well-respected regional clinical agencies.
From my first contact with Heston College, I could feel the caring atmosphere. The nursing faculty made me feel at home. They walked me through the curriculum, and now as a student, they regularly check in on my life, my family, and my success.
Heston College provides the education and personal attention expected of a top private school at a cost comparable to public institutions. 100% of...
As we are back, as Connor Dunway steps into the box for the Swedes.
It's chilly.
Outfielder out of Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Okay, guess what time it is in Australia right now. Adelaide, Australia, that is.
6 a.m.
Let me Google it. 6:43 a.m. Wow. I bet Chris Platten joins us within the next 30 minutes.
Players from all around the world. That ball's grounded to Platts himself at second base. He's going to flip it over to Joel, 1 out. John's starting to settle down.
Alec, what's your favorite baseball movie?
Baseball movie. I feel like we've had this conversation.
Yeah, we have, but I don't remember what you said.
I said Field of Dreams and Bull Durham.
Did you?
Of course.
I just watched Field of Dreams for the first time.
You said...
This week. And it changed my life. I'm not even kidding. Not because of the whole Iowa part. Forget that.
As John blows
You've
a
been to that field?
fastball.
Wow, that's cool.
Past Garrettson. Of course, starting pitcher Harry Park's mom is a big fan of The Sandlot.
Mm-hmm. I liked it. I think I like A League of Their Own better. Still my favorite. I really like 42 as well.
42 is a good one. 0-2 pitch. He's going to drop that in, and it's going to sneak through. Just past the outreached glove of Platten at second. Puts a runner on with 1 out.
No, so if you listened to me a year ago on air, which none of you guys did, I guess, or if you were on the baseball team, you know that I hated baseball more than anything in the world. I thought it was boring. I didn't understand it. I didn't like talking about it. I didn't like watching it. And now, I can honestly say, I genuinely love baseball. It's a magical sport. I still don't understand it, but...
Of course, a lot of strategy, a lot of moving parts, but...
There is, more than you would think. It's very complex underneath its simplicity.
Of course, one of the most famous sayings, how could you not be romantic about baseball?
I'm getting there.
0-1 pitch. They get it back? I thought I heard the bat hit it. So you try to get that out of the way. They're going to say he pulled it back, so 1-1.
Rusty asks if he needs to bring heaters.
I think we're good. Of course, we have...
For now, we're good. Yeah,
Looks like the wind's starting to pick up on the field.
I don't know what the forecast is like. It's supposed to rain tonight.
As that pitch is blown past Granger Rhoda. So he tried to slash that ball. Now 2 strikes. He's going to paint the outside, 2 down. Of course, if you don't know what a slash is, put the bunt out there, pull it back, and try and get a hit. Of course, when you bunt, infielders will move around, and you can pull it back, hopefully opening up a hole. No difference now as he strikes out, and 2 down.
You explained that very well.
As that is a swing and a miss.
All right, May Gerald says the wind is blowing 40 miles per hour here in Lubbock. Lubbock? Yeah. We know about wind in Kansas. Yeah, it's been windy for about
all year.
All year, every day. So, yeah, we know how that goes.
And John's got 0-2. Paints the outside corner, strike 3. As John Law is rolling, as we'll head to the bottom of the second.
There is something greater than anything the world has to offer. Money, fame, fortune. It's finding meaning to your life, to find a purpose for living. And that's what we do at Heston College. We help people find that special calling, to find out what they were born to be and do, to figure out that purpose that's greater than themselves.
At Heston College, I really think about the logo as being centered to who we are. It's a greater than sign. It's an arrow. It's taking people places. And it's taking students beyond their worldview, beyond their comfort zones. It's about helping students be greater than themselves through an environment that is focused on Christ. I'm greater than thinking I can do this on my own.
I am greater than my fears.
I'm greater than bullying.
I am greater than systems of oppression and confined ideas.
I'm greater than greed.
I am greater than being content with just a Sunday faith.
I'm greater than perfectionism.
So I'm greater than my former self.
Welcome back to Oswald Field, named after the founding father of Heston College Athletics, Evan Oswald.
Of course.
Side note, I'm doing an article
I was just about to say
for the Heston College Horizon about Evan Oswald and his legacy here that will be published on Monday. And Alec will also have an article published Monday. He is also a part of the Horizon about our, what's the word?
What is the Horizon about?
No, what's the word? Ace pitcher. Our softball ace pitcher,
Ashley Yazen.
Yeah, he
of course,
wrote
sophomore
an article.
recognition night, Monday for softball. And
it's actually really good. I read it. Wasn't too shabby.
Well,
I mean, not as good as mine, but.
Of course. I got some catching up to do. Is that pitch misses low to Bob, 2-1 count. A ball's popped up. It's going to get out. Of course, if you didn't know, most of the players on the team call second baseman Bob, and his real name is Nariki. Of course, Bob was founded by Nick Platten. He said he wouldn't remember Nariki, so just give him a nickname Bob. And that nickname has stuck, so as Bob steps in with 2-2, leaves that breaking ball high. Lark's trying to get a base runner on, trying to get something started. Haven't had anybody on base yet. Of course, it's only the second inning. So that ball's poked into right center. That's going to roll, and Bob's going to be running for a while. That ball gets to the warning track. They're going to hold him up at second. So a double for Bob brings up first baseman Kalen Haynes. Of course, Haynes leading the team in home runs with 5.
Oh, Mrs. Park just showed up.
Mrs. Park just showed up.
She doesn't see you.
She does not see me. We were talking about her, but she does not see me.
Just wait. Just wait for it. She'll look up here. I don't see Mr. Park with her, so maybe he's listening.
Maybe he's traveling.
He does travel a lot.
As Haynes hits that one to the left, and he's going to get an infield hit out of that as it's a tough play for the shortstop, Avery Elkins. The ball's kind of hit off the end of the bat. So first and third for the pilot, Jeremy Deckinger.
And for Heston softball, they are currently down by 2-1 against KCK in the top of the second. That's all? That's all you got for me? don't even want this. Get out of my face. No. I can't see the game.
So that ball misses high to Deckinger. Of course, if you could hear a little bit on the mic, there was a dispute between Jasmine and her friend about...
Are we friends?
The amount of food that was being given.
Thank you for commentating that whole conversation.
As that ball is lifted to left field, and then not quite deep enough for Bob to score. Ball gets away, but runners are going to stay.
Why did you do that? That's unsanitary. Gosh. Okay, give it to...
Bringing up...
I don't know.
The first baseman, Joel Ogletree. Of course, Joel has some extra base hitting power as well.
And Joel will be attending the University of the Ozarks next year.
He will. So that ball, off-speed pitch, hits the outside corner for a strike. Of course, College of the Ozarks in Missouri, where Joel is from. He'll be able to go back home and be an hour from his house. Oh. And that ball is tapped back to the pitcher. They're going to try and get 2 out of this. And they will get 2. As we will head to the top of the 3rd inning. And John Law on the mound.
My name is Molly Shervany, and both my parents and my older sister have gone to KU. It's kind of the thing we do. And that's what I was planning on too. But I loved the Hesston College tour. I still remember my personal guide, Kimmy, and talking with all the art professors. At KU, I was in a huge group of students, and I didn't really get to see what I wanted. Hesston College made it for me. Taking gen eds at Hesston is helping me build a really strong foundation. I get individual attention and know my professors and everyone in my class. I like the personal relationships, and that's something that Hesston offered that nowhere else did. With this foundation, I'll be ready to finish my major at KU. I'm currently a Hesston Lark, but soon I'll be cheering Rock Chalk Jayhawk at KU.
I'll remember that.
I just lowered the tripod a bit so I get the whole battery. Now the bar is right across. You see it? You see what I got now?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's... I don't like the bar across the middle of the picture there, but it's a little different.
Yeah.
We didn't really think.
I don't know, that bar is right in the way.
Alright, we'll get back up then.
Maybe if you moved it.
Up? I don't know.
Maybe just a tad down.
Down as low as I can get right here.
Well, maybe move
They usually, when they're up here, they have it up high. Okay, cool.
I know, I usually do. This way, watch. I get the battery.
Yeah.
And we are back as...
No, we're not. Oh, wait, yeah, we are.
We're trying to figure out the camera angle so the bar doesn't get in the way of the view of Mr. John Law. In the first pitch, going to be taken low for a ball as Alec Loreas steps in for his second at bat.
Loreas.
John working in rhythm as that ball is low. John, a guy almost comparable to the style of maybe even Major League pitcher Justin Verlander, as he will throw harder the longer he's in. Takes a little bit to get warmed up, but as the game progresses, he run his fastball a little harder and harder. As that fastball gets a strike, so 2-1 count. And that pitch just gets the inside corner, so 2-2. Much of the same as that ball is fouled off defensively for the Larks. As the infield from left to right is Bob, Logan, Platts, and Ogletree. Of course, Logan's been an anchor out there, as is Bob. Morgan in right, Duncan in center, Stivers in left. Deck behind the plate, John Law on the mound as 3-2 count. And we are in the top of the third inning with nobody on, nobody out.
Man, I hate that buzzing noise.
Larea putting up a good fight here. John, a guy, likes to work fastball, curveball.
And he will be attending
Tarleton State
next year.
D2 in Texas. Is that almost look like a curveball slider? I can't tell. My eyes are failing me, but it missed low.
You sound like an old man.
I am an old man. As there's one on, nobody out for Christian Correa from Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico?
Infielder. Of course, going back to John and Tarleton State, Tarleton plays in the same conference that Lark reliever Jacob Harris will be going to, as Harris will be going to West Texas A&M.
Do they really?
They do, and so John will be able to play former teammate and friend Jacob Harris.
I did not know that.
So that first pitch was a strike. Runner goes. Good throw from Deck. Couldn't get picked up by Dryden at short. As the pitch missed low, so we got 1-1. So runners take second on the steal. And so Laraeus is out at second base. And Correa is at the plate. The 1-1 pitch. Of course, Correa almost tried to call time there, but calling time, that we've discussed in the past, is not a given privilege. It is a privilege. It has to be granted, and
that's weird.
So he took his hand off the bat, almost wanted time, had to put it right back on as he was getting ready for the pitch. And the 1-2, swing and a miss. Challenged him up. So one down.
Look at those doggos.
As a couple of preppy dogs are
Preppers.
walking across.
You see that guy sitting over there? Left field? Right behind the Stivers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just camped out there.
Lots of fans in the stands today. As the whole seating behind home plate is pretty much filled up. As that pitch gets by Deck. Fastball away. That's a hard pitch to handle. Of course, got a fan out in left field. Fans on top of the dugouts. Fan behind home plate. So runner on third with one out for Austin Gordon. With a 1-0 count, he's going to try and either get a ball in the air, put a ball on the ground. Infield back. A great chance for an RBI for him. As that ball misses low. Of course, not a bad spot to miss low for John. Start leaving pitches up. That's how doubles, triples, home runs alike start getting hit. So keeping it low in the zone. Just that fastball again misses low, so 3-0. With Blake Jelinas on deck.
Bless you.
Thank you. And the 3-run is tapped back to John, looks the runner back to third, and flips across to Joel. Couldn't have drawn it up better himself. As Jelinas steps in. Freshman out of Wyoming. Green River. Swing and a miss, fastball away.
Don't we have a guy who went to Blue Valley?
We do. Malachi is up in the booth with us.
You went to Blue Valley? Do you know a Trevor Lemansky? Yeah, Northwest.
Of course, we're looking at the roster for the Swedes, and
that's the beauty of sports.
The beauty of sports, our second baseman, Malachi Schwartz, went to the same school as a player on the Swedes, so we're trying to figure out if...
Well, then why does it say that he did?
That ball misses high. 1-2 the count.
Huh? He's a junior. Bro, it said he did. Okay, maybe you just didn't know him. A big school.
Paints the outside corner. And Law is rolling as we're going to head to the bottom of the third.
I'm Roman Arnold from Dallas, Texas. I toured my dad's school, Texas A&M, and it really was beautiful, but it was huge. He talked about class sizes being over 100. I visited Heston as a baseball prospect and never looked back. I got the chance to be involved right away, not only on the field, but as a part of the community. Everybody knows each other on campus. We're really close-knit. And if you want faith to be a part of your athletic experience, no one does that better than Heston. I'm not worried about transferring. My advisor saw me out at least a half a dozen times the first semester just to make sure I was on the right track. I started as a lark at Heston College, and I'm planning on transferring to a state school, Texas A&M. Giga Maggies.
At Heston College, I really think about the logo as being centered to who we are. It's a greater than sign. It's an arrow. It's taking people places, and it's taking students beyond their worldview, beyond their comfort zones. It's about helping students be greater than themselves through an environment that is focused on Christ.
There is something greater than anything the world has to offer. Money, fame, fortune. It's finding meaning to your life, to find a purpose for living.
As we are back, Oswald Field, 1-0 lead for this Bethany College Swedes. As Nick Platten steps in, he's gonna foul that ball off. 3 hits for the Swedes, 2 for the Larks. 1 error. Larks had a couple guys on last inning, couldn't capitalize. Hoping to get a couple on this inning as a curveball is dropped in for a strike to Platts. So 0-2. We're going to just stay alive, maybe poke one in, and that ball is hit to third base. Flipped across for 1 out. Brings up center fielder Zach Duncan. Of course, Duncan, a guy that's split time with fellow center fielder Kyler Reinhardt, was in the lineup yesterday, getting another start today. And he can run, so if he can get on for the Larks, might be a threat to steal, as the first pitch is swung on and missed. Of course, great day for baseball without the wind, as that ball is ripped up the middle for a single. So the Larks are able to turn the lineup over and get to the leadoff man, Dryden, with a man on and 1 out. Of course. Kyle Howell over at third base relaying signals. Might be putting something on, as the man on first and the man at the plate are both threats to run.
Did you say both?
I said they're both threats to run.
Let's see, what would...
The first pitch was fouled away. Tried to bunt. Try to lay something down, get something going. Of course, Dryden, a guy that can bunt. And if you can push that bunt up the line as a lefty past the pitcher, very hard play to defend, as first base, second base, pitcher will all be crashing. A real hard play to defend. Either way, the 0-1 is going to be brought on. Pull it back so the count's 1-1. Duncan was stealing on the play, and so he gets in safe at second. So we have 1-1, 1 out. The leadoff man on, a lot of ones. The 1-0 lead for the Swedes is Dryan trying to get him in, and Stivers on deck. There's the pitch. Misses just outside. It's been a pretty consistent zone so far on the day. So 2-1. Looking for a pitch he can drive. Probably looking for a fastball here. So that is the go-to pitch for... I don't have my lineup in front of me, but...
Oh, is this what you need? No? Okay.
So 2-2.
I'm busy. Investigating.
For Jelinas on the mound as he steps off. So far on the day, Blake Jelinas for the Swedes. Mostly fastball, curveball guy. As he goes to that curveball, 2-2, popped up. And that's going to get out. Jelinas hitting for himself, pitching. Something you don't quite see these days with the use of a DH. As Howell likes to use for the Larks. But the Swedes are going to let their pitcher hit. Gets back into his motion. And the pitch. Fouled away again. And Dryden putting up a good fight.
I think you might be right, Malachi. I couldn't find it. Weird.
As that breaking ball misses high. So 3-2 to Dryden. As Howell relays the signs from third saying it's got to be in the zone.
Bro, listen. It's weird.
As that pitch just misses outside. So Dryden's going to draw a walk. And it's going to bring up Josh Stivers. So runners on first and second, 1 out. Howell relaying the signs. Cooper Morgan on deck. Josh Stivers at the plate. Larks got their sticks coming up. We'll see what they can do. Stivers a gap-to-gap guy. So he's looking to punch one into the gap here as the first pitch is low and away, off speed. Stivers a great fastball hitter. So Jelinas thought maybe I'll throw him a curveball. As that ball is hit hard to center. And Duncan's waiting. That ball's going to get over. Hits the fence. Logan and Dryden. Duncan and Dryden. Dryden's almost going to try and catch him. There's a two-man sprint team going around the bags. Stivers clapping his hands at second. Larks up 2-1. Smiles all around.
For the Larks.
As Morgan's going to need a bat. He said, I got so excited I threw my bat back. Gets his bat. He's going to go into the box now. Great piece of hitting by Stivers. Just punched that ball to right center. So Jelinas looking around. Morgan, a guy, finds himself in the lineup just about every day when he's healthy. Going back to being durable as he swings and misses on that pitch, but had a great day yesterday. Hit his first home run on the year. So he's maybe looking for another one. So curveball is fouled off to the right. So 0-2 to Morgan, runner on second. In the name of Stivers. Larks just took a 2-1 lead on a double. As Morgan calls time, as we all know in Kansas the wind just sporadically picks up and will die down as it picked up there. It's the 0-2. As ball gets past the catcher, and that's going to allow Stivers to get to third. Looked like a breaking ball outside, just couldn't get over early in time to get his body in front of that one and block it. So 1-2 to Morgan. Anything will do the job here. Fly ball, ground ball.
The wind is picking up.
The wind is picking up. I can't tell if it's coming blowing in or blowing out.
Sideways.
Blowing sideways, blowing all which ways. Morgan's going to leave that ball high. So count back to even. And the pitch from Jolinas, my bad. Anyhow, it was in the dirt. So full count to Morgan. With Nariki Fujimura on deck. Chance to get something going. The pitch, and that's going to miss. Away. Breaking ball away. Seems like Jolinas has kind of found a rhythm going fastball, curveball, but
wow,
getting a little wild.
Good observation.
As his infielders are going to call time.
The Larks softball team is in the lead on the top of the third, 3-2 against KCK.
Good matchup.
Man, I hate that. You see the difference it makes? Just me putting my hand on it.
First pitch to Nariki is going to be high, swing and a miss. Delayed steal from Morgan. Going to have defensive indifference as they're going to let him go to second. Not one to risk a bad throw and Stivers being able to take home. So the 0-1 is high. So 1-1. Runners on second and third. Bob got it going last inning with a double to right center. He's hoping he can do something similar, get these runs in. As that breaking ball is taken on the inner half for a strike, working in and out is Jolinas. And Bob, a good two-strike hitter. Another guy like Dryden, not afraid to hit with two strikes. The pitch, he was able to hold up on that.
Major Gerald's saying that Texas sent Kansas some wind. That's why it got windy
they
all
did.
of a sudden.
It's a mean wind up here.
It's usually Kansas sharing it with everyone else, so.
2-2 to Bob is ripped to left center. But the wind's going to hold it up, and Stivers is going to tag from third. Throw goes into the cut. It's short. So Bob doing his job there. Good piece of hitting with two strikes. Get the ball in the air. Allowing Stivers to score from third. Puts the Larks up 3-1 with Kalen Haynes coming in. Sharing a laugh with the home plate ump. Maybe about the wind. Something of the sort.
Something of the sort.
As Haynes gets in the box. Of course, Haynes pitching game 2 for the Larks. In his free time, besides pitching, he likes to DH. As that ball hits the outside corner for a strike. So Morgan still at second after the fly ball to left. With 2 outs, so 0-1 count. 3-1 Larks. So that pitch is hammered, but it's going to be foul. So 0-2 with Haynes. And Haynes a guy similar to Anthony Rizzo of the Chicago Cubs, when he gets 2 strikes, he likes to widen it up a little bit, as he is going to get his bat confiscated.
What?
As the cap was bent in, and I had seen that in practice yesterday. They're going to get him another Marucci Cat 7, which is like he likes to swing. But
what difference?
The problem with that is he's got his cap at the end of the bat smashed in, and almost allows it for a little more pop sometimes. Almost like corking your bat. Well, it's not legal.
Really?
Maybe not more pop, but it's not safe. I'm not quite sure.
I think your bat can't be broken.
The bat is basically broken. Basically like having a splinter in your wood bat.
I used a broken bat.
Aren't bats expensive?
They are.
Well, then that's
is that
not.
0-2 is fouled off. As I was saying before, Haynes' a guy that likes to wind his stance a little bit, almost sometimes choke up on the bat. Similar to Anthony Rizzo. Going back to the bat, basically the end of the bat was capped in, and it's illegal to use.
Oh, I thought you were okay. I thought you were trying to tell me the score. I was like, bro, I see it.
The 0-2 pitch is left in on the breaking ball. Morgan took off on the pitch, got a great jump, swiped third. So now we're at 1-2 with 2 outs, but a runner on third. And the pitch from Jelinas is going to be fouled away. Fastball, curveball. Haynes putting up a fight. As they had to get him some new lumber. Swing and a miss. Challenged him up. So we will head to the top of the 4th, retiring the side. 2 more hits for the Larks, take a lead, 3-1, as Law returns to the mound.
My name is Molly Shervany, and both my parents and my older sister have gone to KU. It's kind of the thing we do, and that's what I was planning on too. But I loved the Hesston College tour. I still remember my personal guide, Kimmy, and talking with all the art professors. At KU, I was in a huge group of students, and I didn't really get to see what I wanted. Hesston College made it for me. Taking gen eds at Hesston is helping me build a really strong foundation. I get individual attention and know my professors and everyone in my class. I like the personal relationships, and that's something that Hesston offered that nowhere else did. With this foundation, I'll be ready to finish my major at KU. I'm currently a Hesston Lark, but soon I'll be cheering Rock Chalk Jayhawk at KU.
I'm Roman Arnold from Dallas, Texas. I toured my dad's school, Texas A&M, and it really was beautiful, but it was huge. He talked about class sizes being over 100. I visited Hesston as a baseball prospect and never looked back. I got the chance to be involved right away, not only on the field, but as a part of the community. Everybody knows each other on campus. We're really close-knit. And if you want faith to be a part of your athletic experience, no one does that better than Hesston. I'm not worried about transferring. My advisor saw me out.
As we are back in the top of the 4th inning, Jasmine going to take pictures. So we got Malachi Schwartz in the booth joining me.
Hello.
Hello.
It's always an honor.
Always an honor. Malachi, our second baseman, hurt his finger 2 games ago. So breaking ball, just missed in. Good to have you, Malachi.
I've heard you've been doing some broadcasting lately.
Have been jumping on with Rusty. Did the Twitter page a couple weeks ago and got some good feedback. Now I'm trying to do the commentating, so see how it goes.
Yeah, it's always fun.
Of course, you've been playing some ball until you got hurt. As that pitch is fouled back 1-2. Had Morrissey up here in the booth too. He didn't want to hop on with us. It's fine. He's doing the names. Anyhow,
1-2 here.
The 1-2 pitch is going to be missing high to, looks like Cody Kingsley. He works that count back even, 2-2. Of course, earlier as that ball's fouled off to the left side, Malachi, guy from Blue Valley Northwest in Overland Park, Kansas. We said on our roster that the Swedes had a guy from Overland Park. Is a couple people getting a chuckle out of Dave. We couldn't find him. So anyways, the 2-2 pitch is kind of floated out to shortstop. Dryden gets it, throws it across. Defensive changes, as that ball is thrown away. Defensive changes for the Larks. Josh Stivers moves from left field to first base.
Interesting.
And Preston Judd is now in the game in left field. Everything else the same. But Stivers will be making his first appearance at first base after Joel Ogletree got taken out of the game. That's swing and a miss.
Nice pitch.
As he is running it up there. And he has really settled in after that 1-run first inning. As Kingsley steps back in the box. Thought about bunting, pulled back. 1-1.
I'd say it's always a lot easier to throw with a lead, so he's able to calm down and relax and
great
do what he's
point
got to do.
Great point. Always easy, comforting when you get that run support, as he has not had that throughout the season. As count is now 1-2.
Watch out. Ball coming at her.
Jasmine almost got. If there was not a fence there, she would have gotten hit. But Malachi, guy from Overland Park. Is there wind like this? All across the state. We're getting a lot of wind in Heston. I don't know if you're quite used to this wind, as I am not.
There's wind, but
Not
out
like
here
this.
there's really nothing to block the wind. It's just all crops.
All crops, nothing to block the wind. One day, of course, at Oswald Field, one day it'll be blowing in, one day it'll be blowing out.
Next
the
day
2-2 pitch is popped up. Is he going to stay in the yard? Stivers hustling in, Deck hustling in.
Oh, beautiful catch by Jeremy.
Beautiful catch by Deck. The pilot himself navigated his way over to the fence. Over by Jasmine. She might got a picture of that. Great play. Turned his bottom to the field and made the catch. So we got 2 outs. Bringing up Brooks Garrettson. Freshman from Salina, Kansas, just down the road. Pitch to him is swung on and missed, up and away. So 0-1 with 2 down as the pitch from Law is going to paint the outside black for a strike.
I wonder what this is.
Like maybe some blue ocean. Maybe something else. 0-2 pitch from Law. It's going to be tipped to third. Fair ball. Bob gets it. Strong throw to first.
Beautiful
right on
play
the
by
money.
Bobby.
Right on the money. As we're going to head to the bottom of the 4th. Law rolling. Lark Sticks coming up.
My name is Molly Shervany, and both my parents and my older sister have gone to KU. It's kind of the thing we do. And that's what I was planning on too. But I loved the Heston College tour. I still remember my personal guide, Kimmy, and talking with all the art professors. At KU, I was in a huge group of students, and I didn't really get to see what I wanted. Heston College made it for me. Taking gen eds at Heston is helping me build a really strong foundation. I get individual attention and know my professors and everyone in my class. I like the personal relationships, and that's something that Heston offered that nowhere else did. With this foundation, I'll be ready to finish my major at KU. I'm currently a Heston Lark, but soon I'll be cheering Rock Chalk Jayhawk at KU.
I'm Roman Arnold from Dallas, Texas. I toured my dad's school, Texas A&M, and it really was beautiful, but it was huge. He talked about class sizes being over 100. I visited Heston as a baseball prospect and never looked back. I got the chance to be involved right away, not only on the field, but as a part of the community. Everybody knows each other on campus. We're really close-knit. And if you want faith to be a part of your athletic experience, no one does that better than Heston. I'm not worried about transferring. My advisor saw me out at least a half a dozen times the first semester just to make sure I was on the right track. I started as a lark at Heston College, and I'm planning on transferring to a state school, Texas A&M. Giga Maggies.
Don't be shocked on it.
Tell me what to do.
Alright.
Alright, we got a tweet from Chris Platten. Just tuned in, 7:30 a.m. In Australia, it looks cold. It is a little cold. It's nice in here, but with outside the press box, it's a little chilly with that wind.
It is. As Deck steps in, 1-0 count. Ball misses low. So Jelinas working in his 4th inning.
I need to I haven't practiced my Australian accent since Tuesday.
So the 2-0 to Deck. It's going to be low. Curveball, tried to drop it in. With Preston Judd on deck. Defensive replacement.
I also got a tweet from Rusty, but it's just a picture of the food for tomorrow. I told him to bring us a sample tonight.
As the 3-0 is called a strike on the outside half. Another strike. Right in the same spot. So 3-2 to Deck. It's going to be tapped foul up the line. As the sun is kind of getting blocked out by the clouds. And so Miss Jasmine took off her shades. As that ball's tapped to short. Going to get it on the long hop. Deck hustling across. He's going to be safe. Great hustle. Infield single from Deck. Brings up Preston Judd with 1 out. Or no outs. My mistake. So leadoff man gets on with an infield single. Brings up Preston Judd with 1 on and nobody out.
I'm still a little shaky because I was so scared.
Of course, in between innings, we brought Malachi into the booth. Jasmine went down to take pictures. Almost got hit with a foul ball.
Yeah, I was scared. I was scared for my life.
The pitch misses high.
Well, if a baseball hits you on top of the head like that, will it knock you out? I mean, it's coming down hard. Those baseballs are hard. I'm serious.
As Morrissey and Malachi
I don't have reflexes like that to
they're
just
sharing a chuckle up here in the booth as Jasmine explains her fears. That ball's high and away, 2-0. Top 10 fears for Jasmine is getting hit in the head with a baseball.
You think it would hurt more of a baseball than a softball? I mean, Duncan got smoke. Yeah, and look, did you see his face? It was not good. Yeah, because it hit him in the eye. If it hit me on top of the head, I think it knocked me out.
Of course, that was a line drive. And the ball that you would have had hit you is a lazy foul ball.
Yeah, but gravity. It's coming down faster then, right? I don't know.
As the 2-0 to Judd is in there for a strike.
Every time I take pictures on the field, Kyle always sends a guy with me to catch a ball in case there's one near me. So I need that from apparently outside the fence too. You tired, Alec?
A little bit. Long week.
It has been a long week.
The 2-1 pitch to Judd is ripped foul down the third base line.
And Judd's parents are here. A lot of parents are here.
A lot of parents here.
A good turnout.
Real good turnout. Probably one of the best turnouts of the year.
Apparently it's beautiful in Australia. 29 to 30 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit.
Probably 80-something or 90-something. As the 2-2 pitch to Judd is
29.
Upstairs and maybe a little bit in as well. So he works the count full, 3-2. Nobody out, runner on first after the infield single by Deck. Judd looking to move him over again on himself as the pitch is swung on and missed. Up and away. Challenged him and he chased, and so now there's 1 out. Howell relaying signs as Nick Platten's going to step in the box. Of course, Platten, a native of Australia, was telling me the other day he might try and get one of his buddies to come here next year and play with him. As that ball's hammered, hit high and deep to left field, but the wind is just going to hang it up there. As is corralled by left fielder Connor Dunway.
Chris Platten saying he wishes he were here. So do we. We
So
wish
do
everyone
we.
could just come every game.
Of
all
course.
The time. But then I wouldn't have a job. Of course, I don't get paid for this, so technically this isn't a job. Anyways, you get the point.
Anyways, Jasmine letting us know her thoughts as Duncan steps in. He ripped a single up the middle. His first AB. As that ball is taken for a strike on the outside half. Duncan, a guy, likes to wear work gloves when he hits.
I've seen that a lot.
A lot of Oklahoma boys like to do that.
He's from Oklahoma.
He is. Okemo, Oklahoma, small town.
I thought he was from Kansas.
He is not, as that ball misses low.
I knew there was a reason I didn't like him. Just kidding. I like Duncan. He's cool.
As Jasmine went almost the whole year with thinking he was from the wrong state.
Well, I don't think
learn
we
something
don't
new every
ever
day.
say that. We don't ever say where they're from.
That
Except for
is
Nick.
true.
Kansas.
As Kevin Wilder, professor at
Kansas, Oklahoma.
Heston, rolls up on a bike.
It's pretty close, man. It's pretty close. Rolls up on a bike.
I did. Mr. Wilder,
He
great
is the
professor at Heston,
Psychology.
decided to bike to the game.
And what else does he teach?
Developmental
Sociology,
psych.
family.
That ball swung on and missed. Throw down to second on the steal. And they're going to punch deck out. Looks like he didn't even get the tag on him. As Howell's throwing up his hands at third. Could have been a hit and run. Either way, we're heading to the top of the fifth. John Law cruising on the mound. We'll be back after this.
On the Lark Network.
At Heston College, I really think about the logo as being centered to who we are. It's a greater than sign. It's an arrow. It's taking people places. And it's taking students beyond their worldview, beyond their comfort zones. It's about helping students be greater than themselves through an environment that is focused on Christ.
There is something greater than anything the world has to offer. Money, fame, fortune. It's finding meaning to your life, to find a purpose for living.
I'm greater than thinking I can do this on my own.
I am greater than my fears.
I'm greater than bullying.
I am greater than systems of oppression and confined ideas.
I'm greater than greed.
I am greater than being content with just a Sunday faith.
I'm greater than perfectionism.
So I'm greater than my former self.
I just like the sun. I like being warm. Less clothes I have to wear, the happier I am. I mean, like, within reason.
Earn your Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree at Heston College and become part of their 50-year tradition of outstanding nursing education. Located just 30 minutes north of Wichita, Heston College is a small, Christ-centered private college that provides state-of-the-art training for tomorrow's caregivers. The nursing program has maintained accreditation throughout its 50-year history, and 3 tracks offer you the BSN program you need to meet your goals.
Now we're back.
And now we're back.
You
the top of the fifth. John Law still on the mound as Granger Rhoda steps into the plate. Spearville, Kansas. Takes the first pitch strike. Second pitch is going to be swung on and missed. Law working quickly and efficiently in the top of the fifth here. Mixing up his fastball and off speed. As the 0-2 is swung on and missed. Foul tipped in the glove of Deck, so he's gone on 3 pitches.
All right. And the Heston softball team has taken the significant lead, 6-2. Bottom of the fourth with Lexi hitting a home run. Wow.
And that is great to hear. as both of the Diamond Sports are doing well right now.
I hate how you say both. What?
As that pitch is missing for a ball to Avery Elkins, middle infielder from Thornton, Colorado, as that swung on and missed.
Is that how you spell her last name? Do you know? Yeah, you look into that.
As that pitch is low and away for a ball, 2-1 the count to Elkins. As that ball's popped up, Stivers over there. Is it going to stay in the yard? It is not. Great hustle still by Stivers to get over to the fence.
Yeah, okay, thank you. I said thank you.
You're welcome. So the count's now 2-2 after that foul ball. So, Elkins, a freshman, as the door swings wide open.
Creepy.
Spooky. As that ball is strike 3. Didn't see what happened if he swung or missed, but I was closing the door. But anyhow, there are 2 outs.
I'm trying to tweet the score. I didn't see it either. I apologize.
2 outs. Freshman Alec Larrea coming in, of course, from Red Oak, Texas. Red Oak High School. Infielder. Decided to make his way up to Kansas. He's going to look at the first pitch. Low in the dirt. As the Swedes just trying to get something going here in the top of the 5th. Doubleheader, so we're only playing 7. Got 9 more outs to try and make something happen. That pitch fouled off. Well struck, but it's going to be foul. And I'll tell you what, Jasmine, the first time I looked at that bat, I thought it was a wood bat.
Is it?
But
not?
it is indeed a metal. Marucci made to look like a wood.
This might be a dumb question, but are you guys allowed to use wood bats?
We are allowed. We are allowed. Of course, some JUCO regions do use wood bats.
What does it depend on?
Just the team, the region. But you kind of be silly to swing a wood when you could swing a metal, as that ball barely misses. 2-2. It's like going to a car race with an 04 Buick and a Lamborghini and saying, I'm going to drive the Buick. As that ball is tapped to second, Platt's on the run. Sets his feet, makes a throw. So we're going to head to the bottom of the 5th. 4 consecutive zeros put up by John Law. And we will see you after this.
Earn your Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree at Heston College and become part of their 50-year tradition of outstanding nursing education. Located just 30 minutes north of Wichita, Heston College is a small, Christ-centered private college that provides state-of-the-art training for tomorrow's caregivers. The nursing program has maintained accreditation throughout its 50-year history, and 3 tracks offer you the BSN program you need to meet your goals, whether you are just starting out or building upon your previous education. The RN to BSN program offers hybrid courses scheduled to promote life balance and also offers a special RN to BSN tuition program.
Small class size allows Heston College faculty to get to know and genuinely care for each student. A rigorous, holistic nursing curriculum provides practical hands-on experience in our active simulation lab. You will also gain real-world caregiving experience ranging from neonatal to geriatric and well-respected regional clinical agencies.
From my first contact with Heston College, I could feel the caring atmosphere. The nursing faculty made me feel at home. They walked me through the curriculum, and now as a student, they regularly check in on my life, my family, and my success.
Heston College provides the education and personal attention expected of a top private school at a cost comparable to public institutions. 100% of students who applied for financial aid received aid.
And welcome back to Oswald Field.
Zach Duncan's going to take that pitch low and away in the dirt. Lots of fans in the stands today. Lots of students, fans of the Larks.
And parents.
And parents, as it is parent weekend. Sophomore recognition, as that pitch is taken for a strike.
Yeah, and sophomore recognition is scheduled for tomorrow, if the weather permits. If not, it will be in the CIC, where they will be hosting the baseball parents or family dinner, and we'll just have it in there. And softball sophomore recognition will be Monday, and I don't know who they play on Monday. Do you?
I do not know. Oh, for softball, I couldn't tell you. So that pitch is called a strike. So 2-2 to Duncan, who has... Well, this is still technically his second at bat, as Deck was thrown out at second to end the inning last inning, as he's going to call time and step out. Jelina's still on the mound in his 5th inning of work. And the pitch to Duncan misses in, almost hit him. So 3-2. At the top of the lineup coming up. Duncan almost acting as a second leadoff with his speed and contact. As he's going to take that pitch away and leadoff man on for the Larks in 3 consecutive innings. With Logan Dryden stepping in, Stivers on deck. 1 on, no out. Still a 3-1 lead. It's been that way since the 3rd inning. And we are just kind of cruising. As Duncan has a big lead at first. Always a threat to steal. Howell might put something on. Pick off to first. Jelina's thought maybe something that I was thinking is maybe he was going to steal. Thought he'd check him over at first. And Howell's going to call time. Talk to Logan about strategy. Of course, first base coach Thomas Kellner talking strategy to Duncan. Well, we're all back now.
I wonder if Kyle's wife and I have had the pleasure.
They were at the game yesterday.
That's what I heard. I've had the pleasure of babysitting them recently. Chloe, Kelsey, and Cannon.
As it bunts down. Great. Oh, did he catch that?
I think it got by him. Oh, I don't know.
Well, Duncan's jogging back to first. Would have been a great pickup by third. Go on. What are you saying, Jasmine?
I've had the pleasure of babysitting his children, and that was pretty much it. They're great kids. 5, 3, and 1, I think.
Of course, his daughters are full of spunk and energy.
They really are. They are not the sit down and watch a movie kind. They like to play outside.
That pitch is popped up. It's going to get out, though. Just got over our booth. So 3 girls or 2?
2 girls and
2 girls and a boy.
Yeah, the youngest is a boy, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be a baseball player.
Pretty sure.
If you walk in his room, all you see is baseball, baseball, baseball. Nothing wrong with that.
And nothing wrong with being a fan. Of course, Howell wanting his son to probably play ball. As the 0-2 pitch to Dryden. It's going to be tapped foul down the right field line. Swede's got nobody up in the pen, so they're going to let Jelinas go. Didn't bring too many guys to the yard. He sets in the pitch. Gonna miss up and in, breaking ball that didn't really break. So it's gonna be 1-2. As the wind looks to be picking up a little bit just by looking at the pants on Mr. Dryden and the home plate ump. And the 1-2 pitch, pick off in the dirt, but it's gonna be scooped at first by Brooks Garrettson.
Alec, what are your opinions on turf baseball fields?
Turf baseball fields. Great question, as that pitch is low. And of course we got Malachi up in the booth too. He's probably played on some turf fields. At least in my experience, it's good for a hitter. If you hit the ball down the line or in the gap, it's going to roll for a ways.
Really?
So that pitch misses. Delayed steal, throw down. He's going to be hosed. He's out. But with turf, it's almost harder to, if you play on that consistently, it's a little harder to stay healthy as it's harder on your body, harder running around the bases and such. And
turf is harder?
It's quicker, yes.
See, I've heard.
It's softer on the grass and softer on the dirt than it is for turf. That's as that pitch is low. So Dryden walks with 1 out, bringing up Stivers. I am an old school guy, so I like the grass and the dirt.
Yeah, I like the way it looks better too. I mean, I see why it would make sense in the long run to do turf, but I've heard for football, there's been studies showing that turf is actually safer, concussion-wise, hitting your head on turf.
I can imagine that. It's the hard ground. I'm just thinking in terms of joints.
Yeah.
As that pitch misses outside, I always called a strike. A little bit off the plate, no matter. Stiver steps back in.
No, I asked Rob Ramsire. They're doing the $3 million renovation for HC Athletics, which includes an on-campus softball field. For those of you who don't know, the softball field is a couple blocks away at the City Ball Diamond, so they have to drive to practice every day. So not next fall, but the fall after, they will have a softball field on campus, and that also includes redoing the gym here. Yost Center will be state-of-the-art with a training facility and weight room. And I asked Rob if it would be turf, and he said probably not, because it's expensive.
It is expensive. Of course, a lot of schools up north going to the turf, as it's easier to maintain. Schools in the north, schools in the south. Schools in the north get snow, you can just push it right off the turf. Schools in the south where it's hot, you don't have to water your grass. So a lot of schools going to turf as that ball's hitting the air to center. Coming in, 2 outs, that's trouble. It's going to be caught by the shortstop. Great conversation. We'll continue that as we head to the top of the 6th with Law going out for his 6th inning of work.
At Hesston College, I really think about the logo as being centered to who we are. It's a greater than sign. It's an arrow. It's taking people places. And it's taking students beyond their worldview, beyond their comfort zones. It's about helping students be greater than themselves through an environment that is focused on Christ.
There is something greater than anything the world has to offer. Money, fame, fortune. It's finding meaning to your life, to find a purpose for living.
I'm greater than thinking I can do this on my own.
I am greater than my fears.
I'm greater than bullying. I am greater than systems of oppression and confined ideas.
I'm greater than greed.
I am greater than being content with just a Sunday faith.
I'm greater than perfectionism.
So I'm greater than my former self.
I'll stay there for the rest of my life.
You hang out.
The RN to BSN program offers hybrid courses scheduled to promote life balance and also offers a special RN to BSN tuition program. Hesston College provides the education and personal attention expected of a top private school at a cost comparable to public institutions. 100% of students who applied for financial aid received aid.
After classroom and clinicals, the ultimate goal is passing the RN licensure exam and getting a job. 98% of Hesston College's 1,600 graduates have achieved a RN licensure.
As we are back, top of the 6th, Law still working.
J Law
on the mound. Drops a curveball in. It's going to be low. So 1-0. You know what time Rusty's coming?
No. For the second game. That's all I know. They better be bringing me some dinner, or that's just rude. You know, it's just inconsiderate.
Girls gotta eat.
Yeah, I'm a girl.
Yeah. As that pitch is tapped to Bob, he's got it, takes his time, flips it over to Stivers at first, 1 out.
That deep lunge though.
So 1 out's gonna bring up Mr. Austin Gordon from Emporia, Kansas.
Oh, if the Larks win this game, it'd be a good turnaround from yesterday. Alec, you want to tell them what happened yesterday?
Well, as that ball is tapped foul, played Kansas Wesleyan's JV and got down to an early lead, but pitching really just beat ourselves. Made a comeback in the end, ended up losing 10-9, but really just the Larks beating themselves on that one combination of free bags and errors.
It was quite the comeback, though.
It was quite the comeback, because that ball's dropped in for a strike. Larks looking on point today, playing a clean game. And
Now, we were not able to broadcast that because we were at softball yesterday, and with so much baseball and softball going on, we've been trying to prioritize softball lately.
As J-Law is rolling, knock on wood, he might go the whole game, as he has looked flawless since the first inning. And when he is on, as you can see after striking that guy out, it's a real treat to watch. As the first pitch to Jelinas is tapped foul. Stivers thought he might get his first ball of the day over there at first.
Did they just turn the lights on?
They did. Turned on stage one. The 0-1 to Jelinas is curveball up. John's been working with his fastball slider today, mostly fastball in and out, challenging guys in and out, up and down, but he's been dropping in that curveball, swinging a miss on the fastball out, and he's been throwing hard. It's progressively gotten harder over the innings. So 1-2, 2 outs. And the pitch from Law. It's going to be just a bit outside. So 2-2, 2 outs. Deuce is wild for Jelinas. For Law. As that ball's tapped into right. Platt's on the run. And that's going to dump in right in front of Morgan for a base hit. Bringing up number 15, Brooks DuBois. That's going to be a pinch hitter. Don't know how to pronounce it.
DuBois.
DuBois. DuBois. From Edmonds, Washington. Shoreline Christian School, made his way down. He is a freshman.
Morrissey, what's your opinion on turf fields? You love them?
Because you get true hops. Like if a pitcher short hops one,
and
you don't have to worry about it hitting the divot in the dirt and skipping off somewhere. It's always just going to be right in front.
That's true.
Of course, Morrissey's up here in the booth with us.
As a catcher.
He was our starting catcher for the Larks anyhow.
He was the Fall World Series MVP.
MVP guy can really hit. Enough on him, though. He's a catcher. He is back on our conversation about turf fields as John's working with an 0-1 count. Now an 0-2 count. He loves them. You're going to get true hops on a turf field, which is a great point.
Yeah.
Of course, not even for catching, as for first, for third, anywhere. No doubt as to where that ball is going to go. So great point made. So that pitch is hit to third. Bob picks it up on a hop. Gets it over to Stivers. We're going to bottom of the sixth. Law rolling. We'll be back after this.
I'm Roman Arnold from Dallas, Texas. I toured my dad's school, Texas A&M, and it really was beautiful, but it was huge. He talked about class sizes being over 100. I visited Heston as a baseball prospect and never looked back. I got the chance to be involved right away, not only on the field, but as a part of the community. Everybody knows each other on campus. We're really close-knit. And if you want faith to be a part of your athletic experience, no one does that better than Heston. I'm not worried about transferring. My advisor saw me out at least a half a dozen times the first semester just to make sure I was on the right track. I started as a Lark at Heston College, and I'm planning on transferring to a state school, Texas A&M. Giga Maggies.
No, but I don't.
Are we live? We're not live.
Oh yeah, we might be.
There is something greater than anything the world has to offer. Money, fame, fortune. It's finding meaning to your life, to find a purpose for living. And that's what we do at Heston College. We help people find that special calling, to find out what they were born to be and do, to figure out that purpose that's greater than themselves.
At Heston College, I really think about the logo as being centered to who we are. It's a greater than sign. It's an arrow. It's taking people places. And it's taking students beyond their worldview, beyond their comfort zones. It's about helping students be greater than themselves through an environment.
And we are back. Bob stepping in, trying to lead off the inning. So Bob, Haynes, to start it off, first pitch to Bob, Scott's going to hit him as he flips the bat. Wasn't too happy about that. Almost hit him in the head. Jelena says, my bad. Goes back to the mound. Giving Bob time at first, so Bob leads off the inning, hit by pitch, bringing up Haynes. Mr. Kalen Haynes.
Those are bitter.
That pitch misses. Didn't miss. In the other batter's box, but it got called a strike. So 0-1 to Haynes.
Aww.
That ball is taken low. So the 1-1 hit a ton to right, but it's going to be foul. Kalen has had a couple of those hits today. Foul, but hit well. We're going to put one fair as faces a 1-2 count with the pilot on deck. Bob gets a lead from first, and Haynes rips a ball into the field, cornfield, but it was foul.
I think that'll become the practice soccer field.
I think it will too.
Because they're building a softball field on the practice soccer field, right on the other side of the soccer. So it'll be softball. Rob said he's looking forward to softball, soccer, and baseball going on in the fall.
That ball misses high. So the softball field is going to be where it used to be, or is it going to be where the practice soccer field is now?
Or it used to be. What do you mean?
Well, like
no, it's going to be where the practice soccer field is now.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be on campus.
Okay.
Like right on the other side, over here. I don't know my directions. That way.
That way?
Which way is that way? East. East of the soccer field. How did you know that? Wow.
Wow. So the 2-2 to Haynes, as we're discussing soccer field. That ball's popped up a mile high. Coming in, the left fielder going back to shortstop. And it's going to be Larea at short.
Did you just pull an app on your phone? What? How did I not know this? You know how many times I've been lost and not know?
As Jasmine's trying to figure out
where's it at?
What direction?
I have the worst sense of direction in the entire world. Like
your first one on extras.
Oh. Wow.
As the pilot steps in, and he's going to take a strike on the outer half. Got accustomed to that all-day consistency.
You are northeast of me.
As I am northeast of my partner, Jasmine. Wow. Bob takes off, pitch low. He's going to get in there safe by a mile. So Deck's working with a 1-1 count.
And Deck just received his commercial.
He can be, so he'd be an instructor.
Oh,
He'd be a flight instructor.
He just got that yesterday, right?
He did.
What a guy.
What a guy. As he taps that ball foul into the other dugout, puts his hands on his hips saying, maybe I shouldn't have swung at that. No matter, it's 1-2 with 1 out. Preston Judd on deck for the Larks. Jelinas to the set. And the pitch is ripped to left. That's going to get over his head. That's going to get to the fence. That's going to bring in a run. Bob flying around the bags. Deckin standing at second. So put one on the board for the Larks. It's now 4-1. And the Swedes have somebody up in their pen. Can't see who it is from here. And we're going to get a mound visit.
And we'll be back right after this.
The RN to BSN program offers hybrid courses scheduled to promote life balance and also offers a special RN to BSN tuition program. Hesston College provides the education and personal attention expected of a top private school at a cost comparable to public institutions. 100% of students who applied for financial aid received aid.
And welcome back to Oswald Field. I thought there was a pitching change, but turns out there's not. So, yeah. My bad. Why do I have a diamond? What does that mean? That one is
means you're
on
icy.
The outside. That's what it means?
Like your style's icy, like you're cold. Like, good, you know what I mean? Like, you know where I'm coming from? I'll explain it to you in between innings. Because that ball is called a strike. 1-1, the count to...
I thought that was a ball.
I thought it was too, but all day he's been calling that outside pitch, and so now it's 1-1. And that ball's going to catch the inner half. Wild throw back to the pitcher, but it's not going to do anything. So 1-2, 1 out. A run scored for the Larks. In the bottom half of the 6th inning. With Nick Platten on deck. And Zach Duncan in the hole. Trying to flip that lineup over. The pitch, curveball in there for a strike. As Preston strikes out for the second out of the inning. And we're going to get a pinch hitter. Number 16, Omar Aguilar.
Panama.
Team Panama.
All right, Mrs. Park just texted me and said, Mr. Park is currently watching from 35,000 feet flying home.
Mr. Park, a traveler of the world.
He is. I forget his job, but it's something important.
He's a consultant.
Oh, yeah.
He consults people on business.
He consults people.
On business expertise. As the 0-0 pitch to Aguilar is in there for a strike. Oh no, a ball. He didn't call it. So breaking ball missed up, if I had to guess. So 1-0 to Mr. Aguilar. So that ball misses up. 2-0. Aguilar's got a good stick. Limited at bats on the year. But when he gets to hit, he has a good stick. Always puts up a good fight. Great eye at the plate.
Again, let us know who you're watching, where you're watching from. We'd love to hear questions, comments, feedback, and also if our broadcast is working correctly. We're getting some signals saying it isn't. So,
and that pitch is swung on and fouled off. Big hack from Aguilar. So, the 2-1 to him. As Jelinas gets set. And the 2-1 pitch is dropped in, curveball for a strike, so now it's going to be 2-2, and the catcher can't get the ball back to the pitcher. Dug it out by Jelinas. So 2-2, runner on second. And 2 more hits in the inning. So a lot of 2s everywhere.
Deuce is wild.
Deuce is wild. Amen to that.
What?
And the 2-2 is just a bit outside. Aguilar pacing around the box. She has worked the count full, making the most of this at bat. Gets in there 3-2.
On their worldview, beyond their comfort zones. It's about helping students be greater than themselves through an environment that is focused on Christ. I'm greater than thinking I can do this on my own.
I am greater than my fears.
I'm greater than bullying.
I am greater than systems of oppression and confined ideas.
I'm greater than greed.
I am greater than being content with just a Sunday faith.
I'm greater than perfectionism.
So I'm greater than my former self.
I'm Roman Arnold from Dallas, Texas. I toured my dad's school, Texas A&M, and it really was beautiful, but it was huge. He talked about class sizes being over 100. I visited Heston as a baseball prospect and never looked back. I got the chance to be involved right away, not only on the field, but as a part of the community.
And welcome back to Oswald Field. Jasmine Pancratz alongside Alec Byrne.
And we are happy to be up here in the booth. Of course, we'd love to hear from you, fans of the Swedes, fans of the Larks, as that ball is ripped to the fence in left as Connor Dunway out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, rips a double to left. And we're going to get another pinch hitter for the Swedes, number 26, Julius Gaines, another Colorado boy.
Do you know him?
I don't. I know the high schools that these people went to. Of course, I'm from Colorado, but... So the Swedes trying to make some noise in the top of the 7th. They have 3 outs to do it. Defensive replacements for you. We got Burzins in as that ball is chipped into center. And Duncan's going to make that catch on the run. Defensive replacements for the Larks. David Burzins comes in to play second base after Omar Aguilar pinch hit for Nick Platten. And Preston Judd is out of the game. Kyler Reinhardt in left field. So only 2 defensive changes for the Larks.
All right, and Heston softball is headed to the top of the 7th, 8-2 with another home run by Sam Amarante. So there, wow.
Sam Amarante, the cannon, catcher for the Larks. So 0-1 to Granger Rhoda. And that ball swung on and missed. He's upset with himself. Chased the ball low and in. No matter, the count is 0-2 with 1 out and a runner on second with a 4-1 lead. John Law on the mound. Put up 6 consecutive zeros. Take that back, 5 consecutive zeros after the first inning. Strikeout by Rhoda. Challenged him in. So now 2 outs. Brings up the freshman from Thornton, Colorado, Avery Elkins.
Do you know him?
I played against him, it seems, because he's from Thornton. Actually, I take that back. He went to Frederick High School. I don't know him. Ball gets by deck.
I don't know him.
Ball gets by deck. Couple of Colorado boys on the team. Horizon High School, of course, we had a kid on our Larks basketball team.
We did.
From Brighton, Colorado, which is right over by Horizon.
Oh, yeah, Brayden.
Braden Hancock. So the 1-0 is slapped out to right center. Morgan on his horse, and he's going to make that catch.
Clutch.
And the Larks are going to grab that win. Complete game by John Law. Offense when they needed it. The Larks capture game 1, 4-1. We'll be back after a short break to catch game 2 of this doubleheader.